you look at me and you see a pro wrestler. I mean, if they know what's best for business, they know where to put me. They know to put me on the top of that card.
On the opening.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Time. Hey. In the ring. Yeah. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime's in the ring. We gon' hustle till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we got it till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we hustle till it's gone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Downtime in the Ring. This week, as you can tell, is a whole lot different. We actually have one of the stars of Phase 1 Pro Wrestling here with us today. But before that, remember to use the hashtag #TagMeIn in case you just need to vent or talk about your mental health. We're always here for you, and we want to do everything that we possibly can to help you out. Shout out to WSN for making us the official podcast of the Wrestling Society Network app. You guys can find us on Roku, on Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire Stick. We have an empty spot right there, so if anybody actually knows of any businesses that want to partner up with us so that we can have our last Infinity Stone, because that area is empty for that, please hit us up. We'll make a deal. And of course, shout out to the mentor, to the theme song king, Teasy. We are the sponsor of Teasy's Table. Check him out every month. He's got amazing interviews, and he's got a couple upcoming that are just going to blow your mind. Big names in the industry of professional wrestling. But our guest today is the one, the only, the first ever 3-time returning guest, Ocean Avery.
Have I really been on here 3 times?
You have been. This is your third time right here.
Golly, brother.
I know. We always have you. We always have you. How are you doing?
I'm surviving today, but otherwise I'm doing great.
So, biggest question in the room. How was that GCW match?
Oh man, fucking fantastic. Just to put him over real quick, Manders is a fucking great dude to work with. Hard fucking hitter. I could say that much. But yeah, no, that was a great experience. I loved every minute of it. It freaked me out being at that level. It was a scary experience, but it was also one of the coolest experiences I've had. To be able to have family in different states and stuff able to actually watch me live was super rewarding and super cool. And to be able to kind of share the locker room with so many great talents, so many veterans, so many experienced people it was a huge honor. It was awesome.
It was such a great match. It was, I can vouch, as I was sitting in the stands and stuff, as you guys are just chopping each other and the sound echoing during that Dirty Bourbon. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, the Dirty Bourbon is concaved inwards as like a dance floor and stuff, and it echoes out. Though small, it echoes out. And these two Manders and this man up here were going ham on each other. I swear to God, I was chanting meat the entire time while everyone was like, ooh, ah. I was trying to chant
all
meat.
The chants I've ever gotten in a match, that's my absolute favorite chant I've ever gotten. It was just meat, meat, meat.
So for any context, you guys have been hearing me and Chris talk about it a lot. Finally, we have somebody that was actually on the show being able to be here and talk about it. Ocean made his GCW debut at Breaking GCW, and by God, man, the sounds from that match.
That was without a doubt the most physical match I think I've ever been in, and it was so just that's the style I like to wrestle and I want to build myself on. To be able to step out there and prove that I can go with someone like Manders, who is known for hitting hard. It was super cool.
I saw that you put on Facebook, you marked something off your bucket list. What is something else that you want to do this year?
Oh, this year. Man, that's a tough one. I mean, genuinely, my biggest goal at this point is to wrestle in a different country. That's not necessarily at the end of the year, but I would love to have the experience of going to a different country to work, whether that be like Canada, Mexico, not just for the bragging rights of being able to put international pro wrestler on my Instagram bio, but also just because I'd love to experience it and I'd love to travel like that, because I've never been outside I've been outside the country one time for a wedding, but otherwise I've never actually had the chance to like leave the country.
I noticed that you put that too, is that your goal, at least within the next few years, is to go to Germany. What promotions there have caught your eye?
WXW, absolutely. It's a very just rough and tough, old school style promotion, hard hitting, technical wrestling shit. And, obviously that's where I want to go because that's the style that I like to work. So it'd be awesome if I could be able to get out there.
And it seems like you love this blood sport style after seeing, Shayna Baszler, which is, just hard hitting in herself, come to Bloodsport during WrestleMania week. Where does that get you even more motivated to get on that card? Because now they are working with the bigger promotion. They're working with the leader of the industry. Is that adding fuel to the fire?
I'll be honest, it didn't really add anything more. It just reminded me why I want to go and have the opportunity to do a Bloodsport show. Everything about that, everything Josh Barnett has done with Bloodsport, I think is just, it's a different step for pro wrestling that I think kind of bridges the gap for a lot of people who don't like the showmanship, but like the violence of it. And I think that Bloodsport's created something where you can bring people in who maybe they're big MMA fans, but they're not big pro wrestling fans, and show them something like Bloodsport to be able to just bridge that gap. So yeah, I mean, it's still, hopefully,
right.
Hopefully I proved I can hang in Bloodsport.
Bro, you've been evolving since we've gotten to meet you, the same way that we've been growing. You've been evolving and getting more and more ruthless. What is going on, man?
I mean, the truth is that, in a business like this, you can't pull your punches, you can't take it easy on people. You can't be nice to someone just because they're a good guy or they're a friend. You got to go out there and you got to do whatever it takes to win. I was listening to a podcast, and they said that the greatest conundrum in any kind of combat sport is that I want to win, but the guy standing across the ring from me also wants to win. So what do I have to do to now convince that guy that me winning is his best option?
Yeah. It's just crazy to see the amount of growth that you've had very quickly, the amount of stardom, the fact that we have had legitimate other guests on here who are hearing your name, who are saying, man, I want to go up against that guy. That motherfucker's got all these tattoos and thinks he's hot shit. I want to go up against him. We've legitimately had that, right, Chris?
Yes, we have had that. And kind of going into my own perspective, seeing you evolve and coming into your own as as Donovan has said before in previous, you are one of the pillars of OTR, and to see that you're coming into your own with the likes of Gypsy, Dante, it being Gino's student and stuff like that. It's amazing to see the evolution from that my like small minute thing from like first meeting you on that road trip that we took, kind of getting to know you, and then all of a sudden like you just get into those ropes and you're just vicious, so vicious. And then like a couple months later, seeing you at Breaking GCW, him seeing you at Summer Brawl and stuff like that, it's crazy to see the growth that you put and the commitment. There's a lot of people that don't commit to this sport, and you're one of those that just goes all into that. And I absolutely love what you're doing with your work in that ring.
I appreciate that. I really do.
What's changing for you? Are you what is changing? Because nobody wakes up any random morning and goes, you know what? I'm going to start punching motherfuckers in the mouth even harder this time. What's going on?
It's desire more than anything. I want to be someone that people talk about, whether that's adoration, it's infamy, doesn't matter to me. I want to be someone that people talk about. And as it turns out, a really good way to do that is by hurting fucking people.
Yeah. Which also, Chris signed you up for a match against former guest, current partner in Tag Me In, Paragon, Christoph St. James. So, Chris threw you under the fucking bus. He already has you signed up for a fucking match. I'm throwing you under the bus, dude. You signed him up for that. You signed him up for that.
I just want to see two meaty men hit each other. It's after seeing that Manders match, I just want to see the Paragon match even more, because that guy don't give no fucks, and so does this guy above me. So
let's do it.
Definitely something that we have to see. Man, how does it feel from the last time that you were here, which was early last year, to now? I mean, you have become from somebody like we talked about before, where you're driving, you're pushing yourself to get these bookings, to get this name recognition, and now it's catching up to you faster than you're ready for. How does it feel?
Sometimes it's weird, right? It's funny because in 5 days, it'll be 2 years since I had initially quit pro wrestling. So it's one of those things where I guess I kind of have to remind myself to just smell the flowers, right? I'm not trying to like get pig-headed about it and be like, I'm going to be the next fucking top star.
No, say it. Screw it. Say it, man. We know.
It definitely is one of those things of to see how far I've come, knowing that 2 years ago I felt like I couldn't fucking do this and that I needed to hop out and leave and that pro wrestling wasn't for me. It's wild.
I know. It's crazy. When we were all going up there to Utah together, you were like, man, I really want to make my name. I'm like, man, this podcast is something that we are really striving for.
That was the second time. It was the road trip podcast. I completely forgot about that one. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. You're good.
Trying to like go through the Rolodex in my mind, thinking, when was the second time I was on this show?
The second time when we were bored on the road right before we almost, died. But when we talked that night, I was like, man, this business, this is something that I really want us to grow on this pod. You're on GCW. We're on a damn streaming service, man. It's crazy how much we've been growing together. But this violence, man, every time that I see you, every time that I've gotten to see you recently too, man, there's a different aura about you. You're more ruthless, man. You're more reserved when you're preparing. You're like a damn gladiator getting into the arena. And that's what it looked like at Breaking GCW down at the Dirty Bourbon. It looked like you were ready to fight with every last breath, brother.
I mean, that's the way you got to approach it, right? You can't come into it thinking I'm just going to go out there and it's just another day of work. You have to go out there with the mindset, no matter where you are, where you're wrestling, who you're wrestling. You got to go out there with the mentality of, I'm going to fight with everything I got.
So, in context to the Breaking GCW, I've seen the singles match, and then what followed was a death match with Nick Gage. Is that something that you would like to kind of find yourself doing with so and so in the future?
I want you to take a look at this picture on the screen with all my tattoos and stuff. I got too much money in my skin to do something like that.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Like a collective, like $10,000 worth of my own money. I don't want a bunch of glass ripped. I respect the ever living hell out of people who do death matches and are willing to put their bodies through that. But yeah, I got too much money in my skin.
Fair.
So recently, you've been traveling a lot, man. You have been trying to work the circuit as much as you can. Are you favoring Arizona a lot more recently?
That's the way it's kind of been playing out. I'm still trying to get new states under my belt. I want to get at least 2 new states by the end of the year. I know I'm supposed to go to Georgia. I'll be making my OSW debut in Texas in July. So I'm still trying to get everywhere. You know, I don't want to get saddled to just one place. It's never good to only wrestle in one state. You know, you need to get your name out there, especially if you want to make something of this. You need everyone's eyes on you. You can't just have the same people watching the same shit every month.
God damn, he's gonna be on the Riddle show. Holy shit! I know you said more shit after you said OSW in July. I just didn't hear it because you're gonna be on the Riddle show, bro. That's gonna be interesting. That's something that we've even talked about, like, you know, having Chris go down there or having me and Chris go down there and just promote this shit too. Promote everything that we possibly can for New Mexico wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Is there a sense of
I may need people to help me drive. Who knows?
Texas ain't as bad as goddamn other country.
It never goes well when I go to Utah.
Did you just call Utah a country? I'm sorry, Ocean, but
I said Mormon country. Well, I said other country, and then I went Mormon.
No matter when I go to Utah, how I go to Utah, it never goes well. There was our trip. The fucking mudslide closed down the road. I went again later that year. Snow the whole time and fog to where I can only see like 10 feet in front of my car. I flew in last weekend and I almost missed my connecting flight. Utah hates me. It probably knows that I'm demonic or something and wants to keep me as far away from it as possible. But somehow I always wind up there.
That's what you had told me too. After the show at Breaking GCW, I walked up to you like, "Hey, you ready for another Utah trip?" You're like, "Fuck no." so I was like, "Oh well, yeah, I know what his feelings are for that."
So, do you carry a lot of this New Mexico pride when you travel? Do you try to push New Mexico wrestling now that it's actually becoming something everywhere that you go? Like, hey, I got a couple of promotions here in my home state. You know, these are the people to get in contact with. Let's have a match on my turf. Is that something you've thought of?
I'll be honest. It's more of a, if they ask me, I tell them. I'm not really much of a salesperson in that sense. I really don't want to make interactions feel like I'm trying to get more people to come down here. But definitely when people ask me, because anytime I post about Phase 1 or when I posted about Summer Brawl, a lot more attention would come to those. And I would just let people know who to reach out to, who to talk to. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I kind of leave it up to them to engage with me on that conversation.
You're a lot nicer than us, man. We're trying to sell this damn state already. I want every guest we've ever had on here. Chris wants to see you get beat up by Paragon. I want every guest that we've ever had on here in a phase one or in a something, in an OTR show, something like that. That's what I want, because man, this state deserves it. You guys deserve it. But speaking of phase one,
right?
How does it feel to be that poster boy right there on the left or the right, depending on how your screen's looking? How does it feel to be that damn poster boy right there?
It makes sense. You look at me and you see a pro wrestler, right? I need to update the picture because now I got the blonde, but it makes sense, right? I got the body, I got the look, I got the face, I got the mustache that's over no matter where I go.
I wouldn't say the mustache. Because you said a couple of things to me at the last one, sir.
What was that?
This is what a real man's body looks like. And I'm like, you gonna regret that. But okay. But I got you on my turf right now.
But I mean,
brother,
was I wrong?
A little bit.
Moving on from
Let's
this. Keep this cordial.
Moving on from him. So let's actually talk about phase one. Let's actually get into that, because that's why you're here. You're the poster boy, like I said. This last phase one show, sellout, people being turned away. How did it feel to be a part of this?
It was great. It was fantastic. I never really would have pinned Rio Rancho for being a wrestling town. The majority of people there are like 97 years old wearing diapers and stuff. So I wouldn't have anticipated that many people to show up for a professional wrestling show. But the fact that they did was great.
It was. You got to be, the hometown boy. You and Dante got to get your flowers. Especially, Dante's match was amazing. It was one of the coolest ones that we ever got to see. Him versus, I don't even remember who he wrestled, because dude was kind of a prick also. Real body guy. I think that's what the real body guy wrestlers are. But oh yeah, I remember now. It was Devin Reno. Maybe one day we'll have him on here. Probably not. I don't know. Body guys kind of make me
not anymore.
A little bit.
You just forgot his fucking name. He's not coming on the show anymore.
Well, we'll get as just big as him. That's all I got to say. But you got to be a part of something that is history. A show and a promotion that are wanting to grow and wanting to do the best they can for their wrestlers. Where do you see phase one here at this next show? Sell it. Where do you guys see yourselves? Where do you see yourself on the card?
Where do I see myself? Well, I mean, if they know what's best for business, they know where to put me. They know to put me on the top of that card.
On the opening?
Oh, shit. Oh,
That's funny. Yeah.
I am so sorry for my co-host.
All right.
I am so sorry. Oh, fuck.
Right.
Sorry.
It's all right. Here's the problem with that mindset, though. Let's say they do put me on opening. First match of the night. What's everyone else going to do? They're going to follow me? Follow what I do? What? Who are they going to watch, huh? El Mero Mero? No. They're coming to see me. Love me or hate me, you want to see me. That's why people are coming to this show. And that's why I know exactly where I'm going to be on that card and exactly what I'm going to do to whoever's across the ring from me on that card.
You sure about that? Because we got Manny Lemons.
Manny Lemons. You want me to be scared of a dude named Lemons? A dude who carries a bag of lemons around. That's what I'm scared of.
Might I interject? Donovan was scared of lemons at the Utah show because he didn't tell him to ask him to be on the podcast. But I'm just a bystander in this. So.
You want to mix it upon me trying to say that I don't deserve a main event. And you're scared to talk to Manny Lemons,
dude. I mean, look at the dude's history. I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything away from his history. I admit, especially in the New Mexico scene, he's been an integral part back in the DWO days. Huge part of New Mexico wrestling. But he's past.
Let me also say a couple of the other names that are on this poster. You have Timothy. You got somebody that you just shot down, Mero. You have Gino. You have Monroe. Like, look at all these guys. Look at the effort that they've put in.
I'm looking at them.
Come on, man. Really? Main event, Ocean?
Well, you want Timothy Allister? Guess who whooped his ass? I did. You want Mero? Yeah. What's he done? Who's he? Huh? Ramrock? Who am I supposed? Who deserves that spot more than I do? Tell me.
You know what? Okay. All right then. Because, sir, you pulled some bullshit at this last show. Now, don't get me wrong. What you did was one of the coolest things that could happen at this show. Obviously, a match that I enjoyed. I had to have your opponent on after because I told Chris, man, this guy is going to do something. This guy is going to revolutionize New Mexico wrestling. This guy may be even the face of New Mexico wrestling, but I could complain. I can bitch about it. You know what? Why don't we show our fans what you did at the show? Also, let it be known on record, everybody, that while I was filming, he stole my phone and took a selfie with it, and the phone just self-destructed because of this god-awful fucking mustache. Do you want to explain yourself for that, sir?
God damn it, Donovan.
Do you want to explain yourself for that?
What's there to explain?
That is some bullshit, man.
You kind of tried to end that young man's career, albeit unprovoked. To be fair, you did lose the match, but Like, you didn't have to go that far with the chair and then put him in the corner and try and kick his head off. And it's like,
are we not even going to talk about what he did to the ref? Are we not even going to talk about that? Like, come on, dude.
collateral?
This is your moment to shine. Yes, you lost. But really? You're going to end up doing that to 2 Scoops? Come on now.
And I'd do it again. If you gave me 1,000 opportunities, 1,000,000, to go back to that exact same point in time, to decide what I wanted to do, if I wanted to change something, I would do the exact same thing. The only difference, the one thing I regret, not kicking his head off when I had the chance. Not kicking that big, thick skull straight into that ring post and making sure he forgets his own mother's face when he turns to look at her. That's what I regret.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to know how this dude got the fucking chair? Do you guys want to know? Because I don't think he'll talk about it.
I'll tell you. I shoved a little twerp right out of it. I'll push him again. I should have done more.
Yes, he pushed.
You want to bring me on your show. You want to act all friendly. You want to talk about, oh, man, you're so great. You're doing all this great stuff. And you want to bring me on here and just micturate upon my character. That's what you want to do? Man, when have you been in a ring? Huh? When have you stood across the ring from someone? When have you felt that energy, that passion standing across the ring from someone? Huh? When have you done that?
You got me there. You know what? You get me there. Oh, cool. All right, Mr. Daddy Ocean that gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. Well, how about this?
What's going on?
I brought you on this show because we were asked to help Phase 1, a promotion that I've deeply fallen in love with because of how they treated us. And the best part about it is that we actually have a board member here waiting for you.
Ooh,
so why don't we bring them on, Ocean?
Ooh.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for having me. For those who don't know me, my name is Ray Basura, and I'm the creative consultant for Phase 1 Pro. Ocean, you probably remember me as one of the people that had to go out there and put myself between you and Tommy to prevent things from escalating further. So you've at least remembered me face to face. You know, I'm sure that we've shook hands and met in locker rooms, but you seem to be more focused on yourself in those areas, just like you are in the ring. So anyway, we would like to talk to you a little bit about your actions from that show. Our administrative team, Phase 1, was really split on how we should proceed. And frankly, some of us thought that it would be best if we parted ways and chose not to continue working with you in the future. But that is not really what I feel that Phase 1 is here to do. We are trying to build a platform for young talent to showcase themselves and push themselves to try something different, to get noticed. You have our attention, Ocean. I don't know what it is that you're wanting, but you have our attention. So please fill us in on what you want from Phase 1.
What do I want from Phase 1? I want respect. I want people that belong in the ring with me. I don't want some no-neck gym junkie. I don't want Timothy Allister with his medal. I don't want medal. I want what I deserve. I deserve people who are at my level.
Okay. And it's fun that you say that, because that really is a perfect segue into the compromise that we came as an administrative team on how we should proceed with this. So we decided that on June 1st, we're going to give you a chance to get what you want, but you're going to have to earn it, and you're going to have to do it the right way. So we are putting you in a main event position at Sell It. On June 1st, you're going to be in the main event, and we have lined up 4 other competitors that we're going to put in the ring with you for the best that Phase 1 has to offer. And the winner of that match will be able to go on and name any opponent that they want, any match stimulation that they want. They can have anything they want in our final show of 2024. Does that sound like something that is in line with your expectations?
Yeah, that sounds more than fair.
Okay, perfect. So those 4 competitors are actually going to be a gauntlet for you, Ocean. You are going to be the first combatant in the ring. And to win this match, you will have to beat all 4 of those competitors. And if you can beat all 4 of those competitors one by one by one, you can have anything that you want for our final show of 2024. If you lose, we will have a hard discussion on whether there will even be a place for you in our final show in 2024. And your 4th and final opponent in that gauntlet, if you can make it there, is going to be Tommy Test. And if you lose in the first round, whoever is left in that gauntlet will continue, and the winner of the match will name their match for our final show of 2024.
Ah, man, no, I love it. I love it. Don, Ray, Don, you guys are exactly the same. You come out with all this sweet talk. We're gonna give you the opportunity. We want to know what you want, and then you put me in a gauntlet match in the first spot. Don't get me wrong. You're sending people to a smorgasbord. I'm gonna wipe the floor with them. I'm gonna send them to the hospital. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. But the reality is you're trying to get me out. You're trying to play this nice game, oh, well, we don't want to part ways. We're going to give you the second chance. All the time, every single person in that office has my number. You guys are trying to get me out. You guys are trying to wipe Ocean Avery from New Mexico Wrestling. I am New Mexico Wrestling.
You done, princess?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He broke his shit. That went south. What the fuck did you do, Donovan? That's never happened.
Wow. Yeah, we've never had that. We've never had we've never had that. You guys can tell how happy and how much I love. I don't even want him on this goddamn episode anymore, dude. That is it. We're done. We're done with fucking Ocean. No,
what,
dude? We're done with Ocean, man.
What?
We're
Why?
Done. Because
I might not have a stake in this, but he was one of the first guys on there, man. Like on here, man. Like
I don't care. We're done. We're done with Ocean. We're good. We'll keep pioneering New Mexico wrestling and everything about it. But man, there's no way you act like this. There's no possible way you act like this if we're trying to grow this state, dude. There's no way. We're not doing this anymore. We're not gonna play around. We're done. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Downtime in the Ring. You guys can catch us every week on Thursdays. If you guys have any questions about this episode, feel free to reach out and we'll try to answer whatever we can. If you guys want to clip this, I'll be in the front row watching their match.
You are such an instigator, my dude.
I'm not afraid of this guy, man. I'm not afraid of Ocean. This was bullshit, man. He just made us look bad. We'll catch y'all in the next episode.